Dad, I'm never going to school again. I'm so tired of all these arguments and talks. That's it. Starting today. As soon as I leave the apartment for work at 8 in the morning, you go out with me. And I don't care where you go. At 8 in the evening, I come home. You're by the door. I'll have the keys. But Dad, where am I supposed to go? No more whining. You're going to school. Get ready. We leave in 10 minutes. My father never cared about my suffering. He didn't even ask why I didn't want to go to school. God, how could this have happened to me? I can't even tell my parents about this. But I absolutely cannot go there. He won't force me to endure that hell again. And I'll just spend the whole day at the mall. I silently removed the textbooks from my backpack, as I didn't plan on attending school that day and saw no reason to lug them around. And just to mess with my dad a little, I took his lighter. Maybe, damn it, he'll finally quit smoking. We exited the building. Dad, please give me some money. It's better to have many friends than a lot of cash. He works as a damn information technology guy. They make a ton of money, I know for sure. But why does he never give me any money? Dad, come on, at least give me 500 rubles. No, maybe at least 300. Don't make me start recalling agricultural machinery right now. Here, take 100. These stupid jokes again. I walked toward the school while I was still in my father's line of sight. And as soon as he turned the corner, I quickly changed direction toward the shopping center called Chak Chak. It was overcast, chilly, and starting to drizzle. I needed to reach the shopping center before the rain began to avoid getting soaked. Thunder rumbled, the rain got heavier, and I started running toward the shopping center. Damn, it's so far away. I should have gone to the school. It's closer. I just hope a heavy downpour doesn't start. In the end, I still got soaked. I ran to the shopping center and stood under the awning, waiting for the remaining 2 hours until it opens. I looked at the sky, reflected in a dirty puddle, and I dreamed that someday it would happen that I could just go to school peacefully. Lost in these thoughts, 2 hours flew by quickly. The doors of the shopping center opened and warmth wafted out. With a joyful step, I walked toward the revolving doors, and a security guard stood in my way. Hey kid, where are you going? To the store. You're confused. The school, not the store, is where a 10-year-old like you should be. School's that way, so head over there and leave. Yeah, I looked a lot younger than my age, and that always caused me problems. I'll be 14 soon. No stories. Off to school with you. You kids are already annoying me. You break the advertising stand and spill stinky soda in the hallway one day. The sticky floor takes me all day to clean. Come on, move along. You only cause me problems. Aren't you breaking the law? Not letting a person into the store? I have the right. Have you been watching too much TikTok or something? I'll call your school right now, and we'll see there who's breaking the rules. You're from class 148, correct? I stepped away from the door and stood at the edge of the awning, right where the rain began, and started waiting for the rain to stop. I don't get it, man. What am I? Let's run to the school. It's faster. But it's raining. I'm tired of you. I'm calling. Okay, don't. I'm going. I stepped out from under the awning and got soaked, like someone dumped water on me. I walked, looking back to check if the guard was watching, but he kept his eyes on my path the entire time. And as soon as he turned away, I suddenly changed direction, and because of that, I slipped and fell right into the wet mud with my hands. I definitely need to get to the mall now, at least to wash my hands. Maybe I can get in through another entrance since he's on duty at this one, and there might be a different security guard at the other one. I walked around the mall perfectly. The entrance was without a security guard. I freely entered the shopping mall into this wonderful, colorful corridor full of stores, and in the distance of this corridor I saw another security guard, who confidently started walking toward me. I had no choice but to quickly slip into the first store I saw. I didn't even realize what kind of store it was. I just backed away between the shelves to avoid being noticed. I accidentally brushed a hanger with my shoulder, causing a light cloth to fall on the floor, which I then stepped on with my dirty shoe out of inertia. I need to quietly and carefully hang it back in its place. What the hell is this? Damn, were those elite women's bras or something?
It was a store for elite women's lingerie.
I tried to hang that lingerie set back discreetly, but suddenly realized that two angry saleswomen were watching me. I kept trying to hang it back, and suddenly the tag flipped over, and I saw the price for that lingerie set, 38,000 rubles. Boy, where are your parents? You ruined an expensive item and they'll have to pay for it. Auntie, yes, no problem. My parents are wealthy. They just bought a new iPhone. Money isn't an issue for my dad, an information technology specialist. I'll get him now and he'll pay for it all. It's strange, but it looks like I convinced them. I turned around to leave, just peeked out, and there was the security guard shirt coming again. I had to go back to the store to Tenka. Here's what I thought. Maybe I should also look for something for Mom while I'm at it so they don't waste time. I walked up to the stand with the underwear and decided to touch them to feel the fabric, but I forgot that my hands were covered in dirty sludge. I turned over the tag. 22,000 rubles. Boy, don't you think it's not very ethical for your mom to buy something like that? You broke it again. Don't touch anything else. Call your mom right now and tell her to come here. She's right there in the hallway. I'll go get her now. Wait a second. You're not going anywhere. Call her right here and now. What should I do? Break free and start a chase in the shopping mall? Or maybe apologize, tell the truth and surrender. Or maybe start flirting with an adult woman. That's how you voted. What should the main character do in the previous episode? And based on that, I wrote the continuation. Let's go, woman, and don't pay attention to the fact that I'm 14 and you're 30. I think we can easily start dating, woman. You'll call your mom, and I'm a girl. I'm 22. Damn, for what? I was just counting on using flirting to persuade the saleswoman to let me go when I damaged goods worth 58,000 rubles. And anyway, what flirting? Back in school, whenever I stood next to a girl, I turned into a worm. So what should I do? Let's think. I think I heard that women are really sensitive about their age. If you say something about their age, they'll like you. Either they like it when you give them more years or less. For example, I like it when people think I'm older. Well, women are people too. Oh, excuse me, miss, you're only 22, but you look 45? Maybe we could have a milkshake together. Ah, you little rascal. Maybe the milkshake part was a bit too much. Maybe she thought I was calling her fat. I fell onto the shelf with all that damn underwear. I knocked everything onto the floor, and damn, when I got up, I realized the whole shelf was lying on the floor. And I trampled everything with my dirty jacket and hands, and of course, under each of my dirty boots. On a brand new set of underwear, I tried to take a big step to land on the floor instead of on the underwear. I slipped and smeared the rest of the goods even more. Because of this, the woman was in shock. And by the way, she let me go. I saw that there didn't seem to be a guard in the corridor, so I quickly darted into the corridor and ran swiftly toward the turn, into the other wing of the shopping center. I urgently needed to find and hide in a restroom where no one would go. As I ran, I overheard the woman calling someone. A boy in a dirty black jacket with a backpack, looks about 10 years old, damaged goods worth 1.5 million. Find him urgently. He seems to have run to wing B. To B, let's go to B. Great, the restroom. I'm saved. I went into the disabled stall. I knew there was always plenty of space there, a separate sink, and you can wait out any commotion. I locked myself in, calmed down, and slowly started to wash all my clothes. I hung them up as best I could all over the restroom, sat down on the toilet, and began to think about my life. Damn, what a loser I am after all. Maybe I really should have gone to school. Oh no, right, no. It's definitely better to be here by the toilet drying my dirty socks than to be at school looking into the eyes of people who saw that very video with me in it. Or did Romashkov not send it to everyone? Unlikely. Being so nasty, he must have already posted it on social media. And even if he didn't send it, there's no way I'm going to apologize and humiliate myself in front of that freak. Damn it, where could he have gotten that freaking video? And anyway, there weren't any cameras there. How did they record it? Open up immediately. We know you're in there. You damaged goods worth 1.5 million rubles. Come out. Well, that's the end of my life story. It's time to accept the catastrophe and take everything as it is. I'm a loser. Well, fine, I'm a loser, but they're gonna demand money. What an idiot I am. It would have been better if I'd just gone to school. So what if the whole school saw that video, let them watch? It's still better than putting a debt of $1.5 million on my parents. Awesome! I went to school. I looked out the window, but it was the 3rd floor. Jumping out wasn't an option. I'll pay everything back, I promise. Just don't tell my parents, okay? That's not something I can decide anymore. Everything went too far. It reached the very top. The director of the Chuck Chuck Shopping Center will deal with this, personally. I realized there was no way out. Opened the door, the security guard took me by the arm and led me through the corridors to the very top, to the glass dome. I used to think it was just decoration, but it turned out to be a huge office, probably the owner's. We entered the office. It smelled disgusting in there, and then I saw, sitting at the desk, a fat, self-satisfied, middle-aged man with a very nasty, almost perverted smile on his face. There are such problems here, such big money involved. Vladislav Vitalievich, please leave us alone with the kid for a moment. It's the first time I've seen someone address a security guard by his full name and patronymic. Okay, Konstantin Vyacheslavovich, I'll go. The security guard seemed very frightened to me, and with a trembling hand, closed the door. I'm not a kid, I'm 14. Soon I will be. Well, not a kid, really not a kid. You'll become my friend. Chuck Chuck, you'll be. What? What kind of friend? Do you even know why I'm here? What's your name, Ivan, and your patronymic, Gennadievich, Ivan Gennadievich? Do you have any friends? Unfortunately, no. What happened? Problems exist at school, and lacking friends is unfortunate. Having friends means they'd offer help. Yeah, what the hell are you talking about? Ivan Gennadievich, there's no point. Just call the police, report your damaged goods, and blame me. The police won't get your money back? And guys like you, who wander around the mall during school hours, usually have troubled parents. So that means we can't get any money from your parents either? My parents are well off. My father works in programming. He's an information technology specialist. Sure, tell me more. And my father is Cristiano Ronaldinho. So, what's next? To make friends. What? With whom? With classmates. What? Why? No, absolutely not. They likely already saw that video. I can't under any circumstances. What do classmates have to do with this? I hate them. You're scaring me. I'm calling the police now. Ivan Gennadievich, calm down. I understand that there's nothing to take from you. That's why I have an interesting offer for you. What kind of offer? Is that dollars for one friend? What do you mean? Do I need to take someone out? Ivan Gennadievich, what kind of joker are you? No, actually you need to make friends. Find a real friend. And for every month of friendship with him, you'll get $100. And what if I have 2 friends? Now you're thinking in the right direction. If you have 10, that's $1,000. And if you have 50, then you can basically pay off all the damages. Although, you don't have to pay off the debt. I'll forgive it for you, and I'll immediately start paying you money for your friends. Yeah, that's just nonsense. What's in it for you? And that I can't tell you. Just like you have to promise that you won't tell anyone about our agreement. Alright, it's a deal. Should I go now? Yes, go ahead, Ivan Gennadievich. I left relieved, surprised they let me go so easily. It's absurd, $100 for a friend. Who would give me that much money? It was certainly a trap. This all appears to be a dubious scam. I wouldn't get involved in something like that, even if I did. Where would I find that many friends? After that video, probably no one will even want to stand next to me. They probably won't even let me into school anymore. And it looks like I can't go into the Chuck Chuck Mall either. What else is left for me? I can only hang out on the street. I wandered in my thoughts on the street, kicking leaves, sticks, and stones, and I didn't even notice how quickly it got close to 8 o'clock. Oh, father should be back soon. I'll go home. Maybe sleep will calm me down. I came up to the house, pulled the door, but it was locked. The clock showed 8:20. Well, great. He's staying late at work again. And he took my keys, so I'd have to stay at school all this time. Damn, I called my father. Damn, his phone is dead too, probably. He's called an information technology guy. He could have taken some power bank with him. I had no other choice. I just sat on the stairs and stayed there for several hours. It was getting close to midnight, and my father still hadn't shown up. Suddenly, I realized that I hadn't eaten since morning, and all I had was 100 rubles that my father had given me earlier that day. What could I buy with that? All the stores were closed. Well, great. But I think there was a shawarma place around the corner, open 24 hours. I rushed over there right away and stood in front of... The cheapest samsa in the display case cost 110 rubles. And the shawarma.
Hey bro, what are you doing standing there? Are you buying something?
Maybe you want some shawarma? No, I'm just looking. It's nice here. I need to distract him somehow to get the samsa from the counter. God, what kind of thoughts am I having? But hunger clouded all my conscience and morals. I realize that right now. Maybe I can break the law just a little. I just need to distract him. But how do I do that? I put my hands in my pockets and found the lighter I took from my father this morning. Yeah, how could that help me? Then around the corner from the shawarma kiosk, I noticed a trash can. It was just on the other side of the display window. I set fire to the edge of a paper shawarma wrapper in that trash can. The trash can gradually caught fire, likely due to a discarded cigarette butt. I wasn't involved. Burning trash cans are typical thanks to careless smokers. The vendor rushed out with water to extinguish it, and I quietly lifted the display glass and took out the Samsung. I could have just walked away. There was still plenty of time. He was only starting to put it out. But my conscience got the better of me. I took a step back, lifted the glass again, and put 100 rubles there. I didn't steal 110, but 100 rubles. Well, really, I'm not some kind of thief. But as soon as I took a step, those seconds were decisive for me. Again, that damn kindness and morality let me down. Hey bro, why were you lifting the counter? And where is Samsa? Wait. I was rushing with Samsa in my arms as fast as I could, but hunger and weakness let me down. I ran out of breath very quickly, and the vendor instantly caught me and twisted my arm. It seemed what could be worse. Literally every hour of this damn day kept throwing worse and worse events at me. Some migrant twisted my arm at midnight, and there was no one around. What should I do next? What am I supposed to do? Relax and see where he takes me. Become friends with him and gain his trust. Or maybe shout loudly, "Help! Save me!" and try to break free. Or maybe smash this hot samsa in his face and try to... Hey schoolboy, why did you steal the samsa? How can you accuse me of stealing? I've been slaving away here all day for pennies. Give it here, I'll put it back on the display. So, what's this? Was 100 rubles lying here instead of the samsa? Did you put it here? But I only had 100 rubles. I know it costs 110, but I was just so hungry. My father hasn't come home from work and his phone hasn't answered for 12 hours already, and I haven't eaten anything. Please forgive me. You're a good person after all. You didn't steal and you still left some money. Well, why didn't you just ask for a 10 ruble discount? Yes, I would have even given you a free shawarma, and the samsa is accounted for as delivered, but I would have had to pay for it myself. Sorry, it's okay, let's go, Lariok. I'll make you a shawarma. Really? Yes, of course. So tell me, why aren't you home at midnight? Where are your parents? I told him the whole story from beginning to end. About my father, about that video that ended up with my classmates in which they promised to leak. Oh, I just wish that hadn't happened. About the Chukchak shopping center, where I damaged goods worth 1.5 million rubles. But I didn't mention the director who promised me $100 if I would be friends with some random person. And I was afraid to mention it. Maybe it wasn't a joke? Well, come on. Do you really think that everyone around is mean? You need to be friends with everyone. Approach each person with kindness, and then you'll have money, happiness, and friends. Here you go. That was the most delicious shawarma I've ever eaten. I finished eating and realized that I needed to go somewhere else. My father isn't home, I don't have the keys, and it's night outside. And then there's this strange migrant. Sir, please just don't send me to the police. My name is Rafshan. What's your name, Ivan? Ivan, that's just like Rafshan. We even have the same ending. What police, Vano? Can't you see who I am? I understand you better than anyone. I'm basically the same, living in a foreign place by someone else's rules. I won't give you up to anyone. Here's a little corner where I sleep when there are no clients. You sleep and maybe tomorrow morning your father will show up. Understood. Thank you very much. I didn't even expect that someone could help me like this. So, how much do I owe you? Let's use informal speech. You don't owe me anything.
I don't understand. Why are you like this?
Yes, I don't know. My mom taught me this way. It has always helped me in life. After all, the best thing in life is to find a friend.
You're my friend. Yes, you're my friend too.
I lay down, and Rafshan quietly rustled with his shawarma. Clients would come in, he would quietly wrap it up and hand them the most delicious shawarma. And most importantly, it was very warm. I finally dried out completely and with pleasure. I fell asleep but woke up to a loud banging noise. Police demand entry suspecting someone's inside. Vano is asked to open the door and claim ignorance of the other person's whereabouts, who will hide behind a sack. Half asleep, I didn't even understand what was happening, and somehow, on autopilot, I got up and did what Rafshan told me. The guy opened the window. Who are you? Who am I? I'm the owner's son. He stepped out and asked me to keep an eye on things here. Wait, there should be that guy from Asia here, but he was deported. What, who? Yeah, how would I know? Sure, I'd love a shawarma. Thanks for supporting the police with a free meal. I realized that I needed to quickly win over the police with something before they started asking what a little guy, who looks about 10 years old, was doing in this shawarma place early in the morning.
Well, okay, go ahead.
I approached the spit and noticed Rafshan signaling with his hands, indicating where to find the lavash, vegetables, sauce, and the recipe. I had watched so many different shawarma makers prepare my shawarma with such hungry eyes that I had memorized the entire technique by heart. It looked pretty simple. I picked the nicer pieces of chicken, not too overcooked, juicier ones. I chose a fresher tomato, a slightly better cucumber, and today's sauce. Here you go, enjoy your meal. And thank you for your service. God, man, you really have talent. But with Rafshan, it's always either not enough sauce or the meat is overcooked. Alright, say hi to your father for me and tell him not to take any more risks with those immigrants. Alright, got it. Sir Rafshan, he seems to have left. Thank you, Vano. You're my best friend. You see how friendship can save you at the most unexpected moment. If anything, come by anytime. I'll make the best shawarma in the best way. I left that kiosk with a strange feeling that, in theory, I could have gotten $100 for this friend, if, of course, the mall director wasn't pranking me by suggesting I find friends and pay me $100 for it. I got to the apartment, the door was open, it was smoky, and my father was sitting in the kitchen. He was sitting with his tablet, and apparently didn't even know whether I had spent the night at home or not. Maybe he even forgot that he had taken my keys. So, well, in this school my program worked great, but for some reason in this one it didn't work so well. We need to figure out what the problem is here, and son, are you awake already? So, how are things at school? Tell me. Because I came home so late yesterday. Yeah, Dad, as always, nothing special. Listen, I'm already running late for work, so let's get ready and leave together. Dad, of course, just let me finish eating and we'll go. You can eat at the cafeteria. Please give me at least 110 rubles for a samsa. I gave you 100 rubles yesterday. You should have had some change left from the cafeteria. Lunch costs 70 rubles. Here's another 100 for you, and don't get cocky. This is outrageous. He's got all the gadgets but wouldn't even give me 10 rubles. He's so stingy. Out of desperation, I didn't go to school, but to the Chak Chak shopping center. And so what? If it's a prank, then it's a prank. But what if it's not a prank? It's just too much. That director seemed serious when he offered me all this. I entered the shopping center, and right away a security guard met me and escorted me to the tower. It looks like they were already expecting me. Oh, Ivan Gennadievich, so have you decided to work for me? Yes, let's do it without any issues. Did I understand correctly? If I find any friend and stay friends with him for 1 month, you pay me $100 for that, right? Yes, that's exactly right. Well, okay, let's get to work then. All right, but before we start working, you need to familiarize yourself with the rules of this promotion, which you must not break.
Are not allowed.
Wait, I read those rules and I got chills. sweat. As soon as you say the phrase, "You are my friend," there's no turning back. You have to follow the rules of friendship for money. Yeah, what the hell kind of rules can there be for friendship? Rule number 1, you can't refuse a friend. And what happens if I refuse? But it says right there, your life will be destroyed. I don't understand. What does destroyed mean? What's the difference? How exactly will it be destroyed? I've seen a building collapse. Are you stupid or what? God, I think you're not ready. Just go already. You'll be paying back the debt for the goods you ruined in my shopping center. All right. Let's discuss the rule. Rule number 2, a friend shouldn't know that you're friends with him because of money. And what happens if he finds out? Yeah, I get it. It will be bad. Can you at least explain why you need this? What's your benefit? Ivan Gennadyevich, I am the owner of the Chak shopping center chain. I have about 50 locations across the whole country. 1 minute of my time is worth $20,000. But I don't have any friends at all. I am alone in my wealth. Nothing in life brings me joy. I want the younger generation to be more united. I want to do at least something good in this world. I want you to know that I have the ability to see how you make friends and whether you follow the rules. Maybe we should at least remove the 3rd rule from the agreement, but rule number 3 is extremely important. It states, if someone comes to you seeking friendship, you do not have the right to refuse. Such a person needs friendship and you will be friends. And to get $100 too. Yes, and you ask what'll happen if I refuse, I can't do that either. But something terrible will happen, as it says here. You are already learning. I understand it sounds kind of vague, but I'm not forcing you. You can go. Moreover, I was just thinking, I'll forgive you this debt, this little mischief in the store. Even if you refuse to work, you don't have to pay the debt back. I'm fed up with you. Leave. You're wasting my time. I'll find someone else. This was the perfect opportunity. I should have gone. It was such an opportunity. He was ready to forgive a debt of $1.5 million for the ruined women's underwear that I dropped from the shelf and stained with my dirty jacket. This story could have ended here, but it's all my father's greed to blame. Why does he always give me so little money? He's an information technology guy, we have a cool apartment, everything is filled with gadgets, and we have awesome cars. But he gives me 100 rubles a day, not even enough for a shawarma at Sam's shawarma place. Of course, I'll be tempted by $100 for friendship. Alright, let me sign. I already have my first friend, Rafshan, who is already listed as a friend. Here is your first $100. And how do you know? Well, you told him the main words. You're my friend. Wow, just like you guys. How are you? All right, I'm going. Go, and remember the contract you signed. I wanted to figure out this whole situation, but the money clouded my mind. From the intoxication of money, I decided, whatever happens, happens. I need to find friends, but where? I can't go to school. That Romashkov wants to spread the video where I got ugh. And maybe everyone has already seen this video, and if I come they'll boo me, and no one will even want to be friends with me. I've got nothing to lose, so I'm going to school. While I was walking to school, I thought I could make friends with 10, no, 100 people. And if no one from my class wants to be friends with me after watching that video, then I'll just be friends with the first graders. There are about 500 of them. How much money would that be? First lesson is algebra. With trembling legs, I walked into the classroom, looking around to see if anything was already being thrown at me. I entered the classroom, terrified, anticipating laughter at my expense. But strangely enough, nothing happened at all, and I just sat down in my seat. It was as if nobody noticed me. And then Romashkov came up to me. It's all clear. They're planning some kind of flash mob. He'll come up now and say something. And then all together, as a group, they'll pour some kind of liquid on me. Hey Vanek, why didn't you come to school yesterday? So I wouldn't get in the way of you enjoying your little video. What video? Don't pretend. You all planned this together? You're about to start laughing at me. What? You showed me like that video with me in it. Only you had it. Where did you get that video? You said you were going to send it to everyone. Kurapov, sure, I'm a bad student. I hate teachers in school, but I'm not crazy. I wouldn't spread something like that. I get what you want from me. I have $100 old dollars. I can give you everything if you want. I can give it to you. No need to give me anything for copying, Vanyuk. Let's just be friends. I'll consider the copying though, since you're a top student. What? Everyone was busy with their own things. It was like nobody even noticed us. If it had been some kind of conspiracy, they definitely would have giggled. Someone would have given it away with a look, but this seemed real. He really didn't send this video to anyone. Well, what the hell does he want from me? What the hell kind of friendship with me? But I thought that we all sometimes do bad things and get into difficult situations like you did in that video. But in such moments, that's when a person needs support the most so they don't break down. You know, it's a stressful time for students, and I also have a lot of problems. Now I help you, and then you'll help me. You're my friend, Aga. He helped, but he humiliated me since first grade. Although, what difference does it make? I'll take advantage of the moment and get another $100. Well, fine. Now you're my friend too. Well, that's great. Listen, how about we get together at my place after school and play some board games? What the hell is this? I kept expecting some kind of setup. This guy bullied literally the entire class for years. And now, out of nowhere, he suddenly offers to be friends with me. And even invites me to a party where, of course, I can make lots of new friends. Maybe there will be about 10 people there, and that's already $1,000. In the evening, I put on my best clothes, sprayed on my father's cologne, and went to the party. And on the way, I decided to stop by my new friend Rafshan's place to buy some shawarma for my future new friends and to celebrate, so to speak, my thousands of dollars. Besides, I could afford a lot of shawarma. Come on, my friend, I won't take any money from you, but I want to take a break, so make yourself some shawarma. You already know how to do it. By the way, over there is today's fresh sauce. Honestly, it's kind of strange. A new supplier brought it. First time I've seen him, but I licked my fingers. It's good. You'll be licking your fingers, just roll it with this sauce. And over there, I set aside a special extra fatty samsa just for you. Only the best, good fresh ones were brought. I know you, Samsa, like them the most. Shawarma, help yourself, bro. I quickly rolled up some shawarma, poured plenty of new fresh sauce on it, and while I was heading to the party, you destroyed my favorite samsa. As soon as I stepped over the threshold of the apartment, everyone pounced on me like hungry dogs. And the shawarma came in handy, and thanks to it, I instantly made friends with everyone. I handed out 10 shawarmas, and each time I said, I hope after this you're my friend. No one objected, not even the girls, except for Marinka. I didn't tell her, now you're my friend.
Because I don't want to be her friend. I like her.
I don't want to be in the friend zone. But she's Romashkov's girl. She took care of herself like no one else. And by the way, she had a great figure. That's why she refused the shawarma, because she's on a diet. She drove me crazy since first grade, but for some reason, girls like her always liked hooligans and weirdos like Romashkov, while the kind, responsive guys like me didn't even count for anything. Matter. Vanek, this shawarma is incredible. I've never tasted anything like it. You really came through for us, pal. We'd be lost without you. Stop making it smell like shawarma. I want some too. Go ahead. You act like you've never had it before. It's the best. Just from the smell, I feel like I gained a centimeter of fat. Oh, whatever, leave me alone. Vanya, why aren't you eating? I ate a lamb samsa, but lost my appetite, so I don't want anything now. Playing Mafia was a great, fun idea. But after 20 minutes, literally every 2 minutes, the game was interrupted. Someone constantly needed to go to the bathroom, and soon the game stopped altogether, and a line formed at the bathroom. But some couldn't wait in that line and started throwing up in the sink in the kitchen. Romashkov was running around with some bucket, throwing up himself and politely offering others to throw up as well. Thank you, Romashkov. The bathroom is still occupied. Can I use this? I can't hold it anymore. Oh, do whatever you want, just not at home. Try to run outside. It seemed like someone died in that bathroom, so I ran too. Everyone glared at me angrily and scattered to their homes. Romashkov also left his house because someone was stuck in the bathroom for a long time, seemingly not wanting to throw up on the floor. Only Marinka Korapov and I were left in his house. And you're great. I didn't think you were capable of that. Capable of what? After all, you're the only one who, for some reason, didn't eat that amazing.
Shawarma. What?
That's because, Rafshan, Vanya, You were bullied and beaten up by a bunch of school thugs led by that Romashkov guy. They kept the whole school in fear. And here you brought them shawarma for free to the party and actually poisoned them for real. You're a hero? No, I didn't poison anyone. I didn't eat the shawarma because I prefer samsa, which I stuffed myself with. Why would I poison my friends with shawarma? I became friends with Vedalim yesterday. Who did I become friends with? With Romashkovi? God, yes, even his own friends didn't become friends with him. He's definitely up to something. Honestly, this Romashkov is really getting on my nerves already. I wanted to leave him for a long time, but as soon as I saw him throwing up, I immediately lost any desire to date him. It was a disgusting sight. And, by the way, good job. Why good job right away? You thought everything through down to the smallest detail. You beat everyone, and I love winners. By the way, something about this chair has become uncomfortable. Can I sit on your lap? What? Get away from me! You have a boyfriend and he's my friend. Friendship is more important to me. Well, what? You're sweet, standing up for him. But he's been putting you down for so many years. Back off. What happened yesterday doesn't matter. People change. Back off, I said. Stay away from me, Romashkovu. It's best to know your true character. Well, go to hell then, you damn fool, Romashkovu, if you're such an idiot. Hello, Vitalia. You're far away. Oh God, Kurapov is bothering me here. Get lost, freak. As soon as you left, I don't know what got into him. I can't get rid of him.
Oh, I see the door is open. I'll run out now. Where are you? Getting some air outside? I'm running to you.
She ran out, and I stayed alone in the apartment, alone with the smell of gastric juice. It was unbearable. Some kind of non-stop craziness was happening in this place, and I needed to get out of here as soon as possible. I rushed to the door, but as soon as I opened it, "Hey kid, who are you?" "We haven't seen you before. Are you Vitalik's new friend?" Those were likely Romashkov's parents. "Yes, I'm a friend, his classmate." "Oh, I see, but you seem kind of strange." "Actually, Vitalik is in 8th grade with us, but you look like you're in 5th, aren't you?" "So Vitalik is friends with this one, with this TSS. What's wrong with you? You can't do that in front of kids." "Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just look young, but I'm actually 14. Yeah, I found you. Are you new here or are you old? Okay, never mind. So what smells so bad in here? What is this vomit? Did you guys get drunk here or something? See, I was right when I said we should come back from the dacha a day earlier. Okay, Vitalia, where? You, Vitalik? Okay, I don't get it, kid. Where's Vitalik? Vitalik never leaves his friends alone in the apartment. And the safe. We need to check the safe. You're kind of suspicious and kind of dirty. How did Vitalik even become friends with someone like you? I don't trust you. Father Romashkov locked the door from the inside with a key and took it out. Let's check right now what's in the safe. What's going on? Where are the $20,000? And weren't there some more pieces of jewelry here? Another $30,000? What? Look, I don't have anything, and there's nothing in the safe either. Maybe this is your second time in prison? How do we know? So the cops will figure it out, that there's some homeless guy getting kids drunk with vodka and robbing apartments. Please don't involve the police. I wasn't scared for myself, but worried that my father would face trouble again. They'll pin a $50,000 debt on him. Or the child services will find out that he's gone at work 24/7 and I'm left on my own. And they'll take me to some orphanage. Return the valuables then. All right, I'll fix it all. We'll surely locate those valuables, but I don't have them. I might have an idea who did this. There were 11 people here? No, that's nonsense. You won't get anything back. That's it, I'm calling the police. And as if they'll return your valuables to you. They'll lock me up, and then I won't be able to do anything for you anymore. But is there at least some chance that I can do something? I'll fix it. That makes sense. Okay, but we won't let you leave. Here's a phone for you. Go and handle everything over the phone. I didn't know what to do. It was some kind of madness. I was locked in a room with Romashkov's parents, who were extremely strange, and on top of that, they saddled me with a $50,000 debt. Were there even any of these jewels at all? I couldn't think of anything better than to call the director of the shopping center Chak. He was the only one who had a lot of money. I explained the whole situation to him, and 10 minutes later, someone from him arrived. This person took the parents aside. They took out their tablet with some kind of app, and I glanced over with the corner of my eye. I had seen this interface somewhere before, but where? But you yourself put a check mark here and here so that your son would catch up with his studies. Yes, there are nuances, there are risks, but here you are warned about everything. Yeah, go to hell, you idiot, with your app.
We're all calling the police.
Alright, then let's do the following. I'll send you a video right now, and when Kurapov, Ivan, and I leave, you'll watch it carefully and make your final decision. What video? Well, send it over. We'll take a look. We went outside with this guy. I immediately spotted a place where I could dash, run, and started speeding up in the opposite direction, heading there. He grabbed me by the arm, led me to the car, put me inside, and we drove in silence for a long time. Thank God we made it to my place. So, Kurapov, your task is to be friends with your buddies, as Konstantin Vyacheslavovich said, and not to ask unnecessary questions. But they will turn to the police. No, from this person's nonverbal cues, I understood that it's better to listen to him.
The next day, I had already come to terms with the fact that after yesterday, I probably don't have any friends left.
Director Chakchakov will remove them from my list and likely not pay. In the morning, I walked into the classroom feeling doomed, realizing that most likely they would start bullying me again. But suddenly I saw Romashkov with a wide smile but slightly frightened eyes. He reached out his hand and walked toward me. Vital, is everything okay? Please forgive me about the shawarma. I mean, yeah, I know, nobody is safe from this kind of thing, and you just like soup more. That's why you didn't eat that poisoned shawarma. Yeah, it's good that you understood. And Marinka lied. She was the one who came on to me, and I acted like I didn't know anything. Yeah, she's a real piece of work, a rare one. So what? Wait, you've been dating her for a whole year, and you've only been friends with me for one day, and you believe me. But a friend matters more. And yesterday, did someone steal from you? I know it wasn't you. You couldn't have done it. And anyway, who cares about the money? It's just dust. My parents make good money. So, tonight, there will be another party. But let's skip the shawarma this time. Will you come? Please come. God, what's going on? You dislike me, right? You have incriminating evidence against me from that video where You remember? Your woman said I was hitting on her. Your parents said I stole money from the safe. And now you're asking me to come over again. Yeah, because you're my friend. Damn it, just tell me already what the hell is going on here. I can't. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was this scary. I'm afraid they'll do something to me or to my parents. Who are they? What kind of... I can't say anything. You're my best friend. Let's be friends, please. Just don't say you won't come to the party. You'll come, okay? I'll come. I won't attend that awful party even for 1,000,000 rubles. Doing my algebra homework is preferable. I opened the textbook to get started. How? Suddenly, hello? Ivan Kurapov. Yeah, why didn't you go to the party? I don't want to, but you have to. Why is that? Because they're friends. Yeah, what kind of friends are they anyway? They're all jerks. They've always picked on me since I was a kid. But you told them they're your friends. Now you have to go. Or do you want to give up on your friends? Yeah, I want to give up. Okay, check the message on your phone. I opened my phone and there was a message from an unknown sender. Number with the same video from me. Damn. This will be sent to the teacher's chat, the school chat, and the chats of all the classes in the school. Where did you get this? It doesn't matter. The contract must be fulfilled. Alright, I gloomily started putting on some nice fresh clothes and slowly headed toward Romashkov's house for that damn party. And already just out of habit, for some reason, I stopped by the shawarma place. Oh, Brother Ivan, what else? Do you need shawarma for your friends? No, absolutely not. I wanted to ask about the last shawarma you sold me. All my friends got food poisoning. What was wrong with it? What? That can't be. Everything was fresh. I bought all my own ingredients, except for the sauce. Are you sure they really got food poisoning? Yes, I expelled it from both ends. It was quite unusual. Listen, come here. He's a very strange person. He brought the sauce. It's like he's not even from the shawarma business. I also thought there was something wrong with the sauce. I tasted it, but it was really delicious. My stomach hurt, but I thought it wasn't because of that. And in the evening I asked the supplier, and he said that this person doesn't work for them. But I have surveillance cameras. Look, here you can see it on the cameras, but only from the back. That checkered shirt looks familiar. Where have I seen one like it before?
Yeah, everyone wears shirts like that these days. Well, yes, everyone does. So how can I help you? Yeah, how can you help me here? I'm the one who's at fault in front of you. Let me help you. I'm really sorry it turned out this way. I'll make some more shawarma for you and your friends. I made the sauce myself. It's finger-licking good. I want to make up for my mistake. Please, my friend. It was strange, but I felt uncomfortable refusing to accept the shawarma from him. After all, he's a friend. I'll take it to be polite and discard it on the way. I won't bring it to the party. In a few minutes, he made 15 shawarmas. Sam, I'm eating it myself, and I'm fine. Treat everyone and enjoy. Alright, Rafshan, I have to go now. On my way to Romashkov's, I searched for a trash can to dispose of the shawarma, but there were none to be found, as usual. Why is there always a lack of them? And then they ask why there's trash everywhere. It was inconvenient to just throw away a huge bag with shawarma. Passers-by started to look around, so I dragged it behind me. When I was already near the entrance, Romashkov saw a trash can, but right then, the whole group ran out to puff on their vapes. They likely won't talk to me, and here I am with this shawarma again. Oh, Vanya, hey, cool, we've been waiting for you. What do you have there? I hope it's not shawarma. I opened the bag and showed it, and the smell of shawarma hit Kolyan right in the nose. He almost threw up. Seriously, Kurapov, I wanted to toss it, but there were no trash cans around. This is ridiculous. Why'd you buy it again? That's 1,000 for 2 rubles. Okay, guys, I don't get it. What's with the attack on my best buddy? Vanek, hey there. Vatel, sorry. We get it. You're going through a mid-teen crisis, and you want to be friends with the nerds. But he's a total loser. He brought that shawarma again. Shut up, he's a friend. And you're his friend too, got it? Yeah, friend. Friend, Vanka, he brought it out of the kindness of his heart. And you're acting like a jerk. So, what do we have there? Show us, Vanek. Shawarma. Awesome, thanks. It's really fresh. Here, take it, eat, I said. It's tasty. He who doesn't take risks won't see nature. Don't worry about the bushes. We'll fertilize the flower beds for the grandmas. Now eat. Or fine. Alright. Okay. We went back up to Romashkov's apartment, and he approached each of us and in mournful silence handed out a shawarma to everyone, looking straight into the eyes of each of his friends. All the guys swallowed their disgust and with fear devoured it as fast as they could. Romashkov, can I talk to you for a minute? I need to have a serious conversation. Yes, of course, friend. Calm down. What kind of friend am I to you? You're a friend, I get it. What's wrong with you? Yes, what are you afraid of? Why are you looking around? There's no one here. Alright, let's talk later, Vanya. Let's go have fun with our friends for now. He suddenly turned around and left, but I saw that something fell out of his pocket. I walked over and picked it up. It was a note, and there were only 2 words written on it. Faraday cage. What kind of cage is that? What nonsense.
Isn't that supposed to be for shielding from external electromagnetic radiation? Or did his tutor give him homework? Nothing. That evening, I went home and decided to build a cage under the table, though I wasn't sure why. There was nothing else to do. I bought a bunch of foil and plastic wrap and made layer after layer, just like it was shown in the best YouTube videos. I wrapped the table from all sides, sealing every gap so that it was completely airtight. I made a small opening to crawl in, got in there with my phone, and looked around. There was no Wi-Fi or Bluetooth signal at all. Nothing was working. The following day, I invited Romashkov to my house to study algebra together, as he was struggling in school and I had excellent grades.
I would leave school with him and catch the envious looks from his friends and even the girls.
Everyone wanted to be friends with Romashkov because he was so cool. And I even noticed that many people started treating me with respect. Like, I have Romashkov as a friend, and it felt like my self-esteem went up. It was strange, but just being friends with a popular guy made my status seem higher. Still, it was nice. We got to my place, and as always, my father wasn't there. As soon as Vitalik saw my desk wrapped in foil, his eyes lit up. How much? What? How many layers? How many? I took 20 just in case. Excellent. He dove under the desk as if it were his home. I climbed in too. He looked at his phone, relaxed, and broke into a smile. Finally, we could have a normal conversation. I'm so tired. You're so dumb, God. How did it happen that you said I'm your friend? Why say that? I'm not your friend? What kind of friend are you? I hate you. All this crap happened because of you. Weren't you the one who wanted to send me that video first? The one with me in it? Well, you know. By the way, where did you get it from? I don't know, some anonymous person just sent it to me and I thought I'd tease you with it, but I wasn't going to spread it around. I'm not an idiot. How was I to know? You hated me after all. So, when you said the phrase, "You're my friend," that same day I got another message with a video attached. Just like yours, only I was the main character in it. That day I thought it was some kind of nonsense, but when I got home, my parents were talking to some strange guy in a checkered shirt. I didn't get to see his face, he was standing with his back to me, and he just kept talking. About some cool app for studying, they wanted to make me study. No way. What's the relevance of these apps? Let's focus on the main point.
So basically, my parents told me to be more friendly, especially to nerds.
I was pressured from all sides, but you're a nerd yourself. That just annoyed me even more.
I yelled at my parents then and went to my room.
And then I got another message with an even more disgusting video of me and a countdown timer until it would be sent. The countdown was 24 hours. And I decided that it would be better to befriend you and see what happens. It's all so crazy. Someone is tracking our every move. Maybe there's some kind of wiretap or something I don't understand. Maybe it's a device in the phone, or a program, or even in our clothes. I don't know. Basically, every step we take, every action we make, every word we say, someone hears it. When I say something, I get a warning, along with my new video being deleted. And someone is putting cameras in our bathrooms and toilets. And as you saw, the quality and angles are perfect. So, when you showed me that video you want to send, I paid attention to the angle and started examining the surface where the camera could have been, and I saw a mark from a suction cup there. I noticed the marks as well. A person is installing cameras and blackmailing us now. Who would do this? And that's impossible. My apartment is locked up 24/7. There's never anyone there. No one can get in except me and my father. I'm shocked too. How is that possible with your parents' security system, and how were you blackmailed? They told me to be friends with you, to invite you to parties, to throw 3 parties in a row so you'd be the center of attention, to treat you like my best friend. Ugh, man, have you heard anything about Principal Chak-Chak? No. I told him the whole story about Principal Chak-Chak, who promised to pay me $100 for every friend, and that Principal Chak-Chak already owes me $3,000 for 30 friends. I know I was taking a risk by telling all this since I signed some kind of contract, but I just couldn't keep it inside anymore. Wow, why didn't anyone offer me something like that? Hey, how about we recruit friends together? I'll help you, and you can give me half. That's not an option, they'll figure it out quickly. You came up with the Faraday thing yourself, though I doubt even Faraday is a guarantee. Like, father, son, I'm home. Damn,
Dad's here. Let's get out of here. Quickly, Romashkov suddenly froze in a strange way and didn't move at all. What's going on? Voice, what a familiar voice. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. Yeah, that's my dad. Maybe you've seen him at school somewhere? I've never seen your father, not even once. That's definitely the voice of the information technology guy who came to my parents with that app. It's quite possible, since he works in information technology. I don't like any of this. Don't tell him anything. Hey guys. My father came into my room, saw the table wrapped in foil, and his face changed dramatically. Okay, damn. And what the hell is this? It's a school physics experiment. You said yourself to help my friends with their studies. Well, Romashkov is a failing student. This is physics. I know Romashkov is a failing student, but what do I care? What is this? Is this a Faraday cage or something? Yeah, we're just studying it at school. We tested it, but there aren't enough layers and it doesn't work. We're tired, that's enough. So, for the report, let's take a photo and that'll do. Well, alright. Good job. Maybe I should check how it works. Father crawled under the table, blocking the passage tightly. It doesn't catch anything at all. Yeah, there are like 20 layers here, just to be sure. Why are you lying to me? We're such fools, aren't we, Vanya? We did everything right, but when we entered, we likely forgot to seal the exit tightly, which is why our phones and everything worked. Exactly, we're such idiots. Dad, it's great that you noticed, thank you. You helped us with the project. Alright, I'm going to go get something to eat. And you all clean up quickly, so that in a minute there's no trace of your foil left. Father went to the kitchen to smoke, and Romashkov pulled me hard under the table. Shh. We rushed under the table. We climbed into this damn cage, and he tightly closed the gap. Your father is involved in all this. Come on, what nonsense. He's an autist. Exactly. Everything is connected, this stupid friendship app. And your father, did you see how he got nervous when he saw the Faraday cage? Yeah, that's nonsense. You'll see. Let's go together and ask him. Yeah? And you think he'll just tell you everything like that? I didn't understand why the cage suddenly swung open. My father looked inside. We wanted to take pictures of everything from within, but... The school report. Do you take me for an idiot here? Are you jamming the signal so we don't know what you're talking about here? Faraday cage experiments at school. Where have you seen such experiments? Please share the details. Or will I have to use force? What the hell kind of force? We're just teenagers, Vidal. He doesn't care at all who we are. Despite his elderly appearance, he's very strong and can use force. It's best not to anger him. Yeah, screw you, damn old man Vanya. Let's run. Suddenly, the father grabbed Romashkov's hand, twisted it, causing him to fall face down on the floor. I knew my father, so I tried not to move and not to make him angry. Let me go. This is illegal. Old man, you're finished. My parents are very influential, and they'll have you put in jail. Tell me, what were you discussing with my son over there? Did you want to hurt him? Father used his old trick of false accusation. I knew he would force me to defend myself against this accusation, and in doing so, I would tell the truth. Damn, he definitely skillfully used this manipulative trick. I'm not crazy. I really do have a girlfriend. She's not just a cover. I can see you're making assumptions about me. Then why was she hitting on my son? How does he know about that incident with Marinka? He's full-time at work, and I never told him anything. I realized things were bad, and I got scared. My father was definitely involved in this. I got so angry that he was part of all this that I pushed him from behind with all my strength. He fell on Romashkov. Romashkov crawled out from under him, and together we held him down, each holding an arm and a leg, holding a shovel. Stand still, old man. Hold him, Vanek. After all, we're two 14-year-olds with nearly adult strength against an old man. Holding his arm and pressing my foot against the shovel, I finally felt joy. How much he had made me angry all this time. Son, oh son, what are you doing? I love you. What kind of love? What are you talking about? You didn't give me just 100 rubles for food. You vanished from home for days. Mom left you and gave up custody. She won't even speak to me now. You don't get it. I witnessed how those fools bullied you at school. I faced the same humiliation there. And thousands of other children are subjected to humiliation and bullying. Some because of their appearance, and others just for their views or because of their parents. Well, what could I do? I'm just a regular information technology guy. And I decided to Create an app that could help everyone become friends and put an end to this aggression in all schools. What kind of app is this and how does it work? Yeah, the idea is simple. Parents pay for a subscription to prevent their kids from being bullied at school. It all started with improving relationships and friendships, and then they added boosting academic performance for some kids. We discovered how to link nerds who were frequently bullied with troublemakers, making them friends. Consequently, the nerd helped the troublemaker boost his grades, and the troublemaker shielded the nerd from bullying. Just like me and Romashkov. Yes, it was practically impossible to create an app alone. You needed a server team, investments. That's why I found an investor, the director of the shopping center, Chuck. Yes, that's the one. We launched the app, but there was one problem. How do you motivate teenagers to be friends with each other? With money. That's what they came up with it, cash. Money, ha ha ha. Money doesn't always work. That only worked with you. Here, there's a whole PPS system at work. All the special services in the world use it. What does PPS stand for? Bribery, provocation, blackmail. First, they try to bribe you. $100 for friendship. If that doesn't work, they move on to provocation. For example, spoiled sauce in shawarma. And if that doesn't work, then the last step always puts an end to it. Blackmail. What are you saying about those videos? And who installed the cameras? Your parents? That's nonsense. They would never do something like that. Ah, you bastard. You also put a camera in my place. I hate you. I forced his heel into his shoulder blade and pulled it into my hand. That's impossible. My parents would never go for something like that. That's nonsense. It's not nonsense. Parents are very busy people in most cases. They don't have the energy to deal with anything. They're all so tired of their kids. They just want their children to study well and be safe. They're willing to do anything for that. You're such a freak. You dragged several families into this. What are you going to make from it? This is nonsense. Out of anger, I let go of his hand. Look, he didn't resist, didn't try to run. He took out his tablet and showed it to me. There was the number 1000 on the tablet. So you earned 1,000 rubles? Go brag about that in kindergarten. What rubles? That's not 1,000 rubles. That's 1,000 teenagers. In the program, your whole school. All the parents went for it. They did the same thing I did. The app works better than I thought. Now parents all over the world can correct their teenagers' behavior with just one button. Yes, but only until they know the truth, right? You're right, Vanya. Let's go quickly. We'll tell everyone everything. Hey, where are you going? Stop! We left my father behind, ran out into the street, and started quickly calling all our classmates, writing in chats, telling everyone everything we knew about it. It turned out that almost everyone was in the same situation as us, and had been scared to death for almost several years already. I came back home, my father was already gone, probably went to work again. The next day, I went to school for the first time in a good mood, not afraid of anything, that someone would say something, laugh at me, or humiliate me in some way. For the first time, I was absolutely calm, knowing that everyone had the same kind of embarrassing video as I did, and now we are all free. I walked into the classroom and everyone was beaming with smiles. I had never seen so much kindness in their eyes. Everyone was so happy. I greeted everyone and I was practically hugging each person. After school, we decided to celebrate our victory over the parents. Moreover, I still had $100 left from that advance from director Chuck. We bought chips, soda, and happily discussed how we would have fun for the remaining days at our school. But suddenly, I had an unpleasant feeling as if someone was staring at me. I turned around. Oh, that's my father standing there with an angry face, smoking with some guy. In the dark, I couldn't see who he was with. Let him stand there angry. Because of money, he almost ruined his own son. I won't even come over. I went to relax with my friends. And you didn't believe that everything would work out. Matri, yes, it's a perfect plan. It's not for nothing that I invested in you. So, what now? Now we can launch Project Druzhba all over. Friends, lately you've been constantly reproaching me for streaming on Twitch, for abandoning my series, for leaving my audience, and for rarely releasing videos. But guys, I just really have little motivation when I stream on Twitch. I have 1,000 or 2,000 viewers online there, and by the end of the stream, I get 90,000 views. But when I release a video, a whole series that I've worked on for a long time, I only get 50,000 views.
Naturally, I have less motivation, but guys, you can change everything. It all depends on you. Write comments, leave as many likes as possible, and share this video with your friends. And if this video gets 150,000 likes, I'll stop streaming on Twitch.